Welcome to another episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate in last-second planning Final Fantasy podcast. I am your host, Kaleb.
I'm Joe.
And today we are
Don't lie to him, I guess.
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be doing predictions for the Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy IX eventual remake voice list. And I say we include real actors as well as voice actors, because we really don't know that many voice actors, to be completely honest. So most of this is going to be actual actors who probably can do voice work as well. Can't imagine it's beyond their scope.
Sure.
I mean,
I'm just going to cast it like I would an FF8 movie.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do, too. I was thinking about making it a movie, but then I was like, no, we have the cast for 7's remake. We should just do it for the game. And then they will then reprise their roles in the eventual movie.
Well, so I looked this up. I guess February of last year, we probably talked about it then, and then have an amnesia since then. The voice acting, I guess, was quote-unquote almost done, according to Yoshinori Kitase, for the FF7 remake in both the English and Japanese casts. So I guess we could assume it's done?
Yeah.
Or that could have just been fake news. Who knows? So we do have a list of actors. I don't know. I haven't seen this pop up on any like real sources though. When I was looking this up for the last 2 minutes, so I'm kind of like cautious about this announcement on the actors. But.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like what you were saying, where they just kind of pulled the people from Advent Children and then just brought over their names, because it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
As far as the list is concerned. So we're going to have a lot of the same voices, the voices that we've known. And for the most part, those are all excellent casting, I would say. I would say that the shitty ones aren't actually on here. The poorly voiced Kate Sith and the atrociously voiced Red 13. I assume they didn't call them back.
Children with the stigma.
I don't think they got another call.
Part of it was the animation that went along with it. Oh, not Kate Sith. Kate Sith was just a poor choice in there. They did it during the freaking Dirge of Cerberus too, man. I don't know if they're really gonna. That's why I just don't want this remake to happen.
See,
that's where I'm at.
Here's
right now.
the thing: is he is a Scottish mythical creature, but the problem I have with that is that Scotland isn't in Final Fantasy VII. So why in the fuck does he have that accent? And there's no one else really that has that accent. So it's the thing that I love about 12, and I love about
it's really over the top too.
Yeah, where it's like it makes
cartoony.
sense that people talk a certain way because they come from certain areas. But yeah, and pirates talk like pirates in 12, but they don't make you laugh the way they're not like ham pirates, they're just piratey.
Oh, we still ham.
Yeah, and 7, it's just out of the left field. It's nuts, and his voice is so Scottish, and everyone else kind of talks normally. And then there's this fucking Scottish guy in this land that doesn't have a Scotland. So it's like, God.
I just don't think that every time voice acting is added that it's an improvement.
Yeah.
I just don't.
This one probably won't be bad, though, because they're all the Advent
It probably
Children
won't
guys.
be bad. I'm sure there's going to be some moments where we're going to be a little squirmy in our stomachs. Of course, 15 was great, but that was 15. And it was all kind of like...
Yeah, there were only a few weird moments, and it was mostly with the NPCs where I was like, just stop talking. Welcome to Golden Key.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
It was like a normal voiced SpongeBob. It's like they told him to not put on the SpongeBob extra, and he just voiced that guy. Yeah, that would have made the game right there. Would have edged out a couple more games on my list if I had the SpongeBob laugh from the dude. And then when you go back later, it's just all you hear is that haunting laugh, just in the dead of night. You're like, where is he?
Well, shit, twice. If you want to find our show, you can find it at facebook.com/ultimatefinalfantasy. We're also on YouTube occasionally, youtube.com/ultimatefinalfantasy. Patreon. We do have a Patreon if you want to support this free podcast. Anyway, you can get to our Patreon by going to Ultimate Final Fantasy, clicking on our Patreon banner, and checking that out. You can also see us stream the episodes live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ultimate Final Fantasy, and sometimes see us play the games live as well. We've been going through Crystal Chronicles. We have not finished Crystal Chronicles, but we'll get to that in a second. And if you want to ask us questions for the show, submit news like Shinru always does, you can go to our forums on our website as well. And if you want, you can tweet me at Joseph DeGillier and Schweiss
at UFF Podcast. I almost said Obsidian Bob for some reason. Like becoming one with Craig.
I guess. Sorry, you had the mic down for a second, so I was just going to cover it for you.
Oh, that's all right.
But yeah, Schweiss, where are you in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles?
Well, I am at the end boss of whom I cannot beat in this child's game. We kind of cheated our way sort of through the game because we're supposed to be at the end of year 8 and we're at the beginning of year 8. So by getting the unnamed element in the game, the unknown element, we were able to unlock the final zone, and then Joe and I were like, let's just try to blitz it. Let's see if we can beat the final area. And we could get to the final boss. I mean, we barely survived.
It was real rough.
We had to do some real cheesing of the game, as far as like one person standing back, the other person carrying them endlessly so that they can kill the beasts. And we got to the final boss, and the final boss just fucking destroyed us. Like, it wasn't even close.
We can't even get it past the first phase of the there's like 5 phases.
Yeah.
There's like one final boss, which is the one we're fighting, and then there's a boss after him, and multiple phases on the first boss, and it's just like there's no way.
Yeah, he's brutal. So we're gonna have to go back and replay some of these levels.
We're gonna have to play this for 4 hours and level up, Schweiss.
Pretty much, yeah. We're gonna have to just go back and
damn it.
run these areas again and again. What?
This game took an extra week.
So when is your casting call tomorrow? What time?
Casting call is 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Schweiss,
Wow.
That's when we are going to be casting the movie. That's why I said, is there any way you could do Sunday?
No.
No. Okay.
No, there's not. I could do it tomorrow before that.
Then Crystal Chronicles will have to be pushed.
I could do a couple hours before that, but
I don't know
if you want to. It'll still be pushed. I mean, no matter what. It's not like I can record at any other point. But
that's true. But yeah, the game just suddenly the difficulty level just suddenly spiked.
yeah, and it did that before, but we kind of brushed it off as, we're going back to the zone for the 4th time. Of course it'll be hard. And it's not as hard as the end boss at all.
No, we did that area after a couple other rounds of other stuff.
And it's frustrating because we speed ran a few of those zones, and we didn't get any artifacts.
I didn't know that's how the game worked.
It doesn't always work that way. It's RNG, and then you get the ones you pick up.
Oh.
So there should be something there for us anyway, and we didn't get shit for speed running one of these. And it locks it for like 2 calendar years in the game, so we can't even go back if we wanted to.
Wow.
But Jake says it's not cheating, is what you're supposed to do. If you don't, you just restart another year from the beginning. So we could just keep running through over and over and over again until we get the levels that we feel we need to beat this fucking thing. Because I think the guide said that too. Like, it just keeps going. Year 8 is just the canon ending year.
Year 8 is when everything opens up for you. Unless you get the mysterious element early, which we did. So it opened up at year 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we're supposed to have, according to something I looked at, and then one of the people in the chat, it seems like having both our defense and our strength up above 55, that's kind of the sweet spot. And I am like 6 runs of dungeons away from that number.
Yeah,
pretty
I think
low.
We've got
We're in the
strength.
40s on both.
Oh no, you're right. We are. No, I think we're in the early 50s on strength.
Maybe you might be. I don't know. Oh no, you're right. It was like 51 on strength, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to level up.
Yeah, we do.
Which sucks.
I don't dislike the game though, so I mean it doesn't It doesn't suck that much, but it just sucks because we have such a limited time to play it. That's kind of what makes it suck, is the fact that you don't have time this week, and that pushes us like 2 weeks.
Sorry.
Without playing it.
It was the only day. It was the only day we could do a casting call that I could make.
Yeah, you should probably be there.
It's important that I be there. So, yeah, we're doing that. That's going to be fun tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get to see a bunch of hopeful young starlets come in.
Mm-hmm.
Utah starlets.
That's right, yeah. At least, now that you've lured them with...
Yeah, we'll meet them in a hotel room, too. That's the next step.
Yeah. You want to be in a movie?
My dad made that joke. He's like, I don't know why you rented a room at the Provo Library for $180. Why did you just meet in a hotel room? Ha 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 ha. It's like, oh.
Because I want people to show up. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of it. It was funny. So we're casting this movie, and one of the roles is for we're looking for like an 18, 19-year-old to play a 15-year-old in the movie, and she's the biggest supporting role, but that's the one that we had the most people like email us for.
Really? Wow. That
role. And I was thinking that like there's so many like warnings on that role too. There's like a whole bunch of cuz it's some difficult subject matter. And like I don't know, they're going to be like 18, 19. So I was just surprised in Utah that despite having like a list of things going like these are what the scenes are going to be dealing with, this is what your parents are going to see. Despite all that, we're still getting the most for that role. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
When the lead role, we got maybe like 6 people trying out for that. We kind of have our chosen if no one blows us away guy kind of on the back burner, but yeah, this is gonna be fun. And then Antonio, it looks like he's gonna be coming back for something too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Sorry, guys. I got to work on a movie instead of doing Crystal Chronicles for a day.
Yeah.
Sorry you can't join.
Honestly, I work at noon, so we wouldn't really have that much time anyway.
Yeah, we wouldn't. We might be able to do like 2 hours, unless you're willing to wake up really early.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
If you want me to, I guess I...
Well, I am used to waking up at 5:30, except for this morning when I saw Hereditary last night. I went to bed probably at around like 1:20, just because of how...
You didn't go see Jurassic World?
No.
Why?
Because Hereditary, I've been wanting to see. It was only in theaters for like 2 weeks, right? Got a whole bunch of great praise. People are saying it's really scary. And so it was on my list of movies to see. I know that Avengers is still in theaters around here. So there's certain movies that if they're making so much money, the theaters will keep them in. Hereditary was a Spike movie, so it made a bunch of money, and then now it's being shoved out of the way for Jurassic World. I looked at the movies last night that were showing around here, and I saw Hereditary was in one theater. After 2 weeks of being in theaters, and it opened at number 2 weeks ago. And Jurassic World came in and just like shoved its big dinosaur cock in there. Yeah. And all the theaters are like, oh, let's dump Hereditary. So I saw Hereditary instead, and I do not regret it.
Yeah.
That movie is fucking terrifying, Schweiss. I will say I'm sensitive to scary movies in a theater, I guess. I didn't think I was. I mean, Signs scared the shit out of me when I was like 11, whenever that movie came out, and I saw that in theater. And The Exorcist, which I watched recently, also scared the shit out of me. And you know, there's a couple moments, especially there's a certain scene with a crucifix in The Exorcist that made me like scream.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I said Jesus fucking Christ at the top of my lungs. And there's a scene in Hereditary where I did the same thing in a crowded theater, and other people were screaming too. I have not been in a theater in a long time where people screamed. Last time someone screamed in a movie theater was in The Dark Knight when like the Joker pops out and shoots someone with a shotgun all of a sudden. I think that's a pretty good jump scare in the middle of The Dark Knight. And some lady fucking like in the movie theater when that happened. So that was probably the last time I've seen someone scream in the movie theater. Yes, Schweiss, Hereditary is legitimately fucking terrifying. I thought it was kind of a creepy thing, and then it was like really intense, and then the movie kind of like settles, and I'm going, oh, everybody said this movie was really scary. I don't... and it's a really slow-paced movie. I'm like, it's got to be almost 2 hours by now, and then it like felt like another hour, and then it just fucking goes. It goes nuts. I can't even describe it. Last night, Schweiss, I legitimately woke up in a nightmare last night. That movie gave me a nightmare. I yelled profanity in the middle of the movie theater. People were screaming around me. I don't know why everybody's seeing Jurassic World right now when Hereditary is out.
I didn't know. You could have told me.
Well, I saw it when you were watching Jurassic World. And I just heard great things about this horror movie, and I was like, oh shit. I mean, I'm sure you saw the trailer like 16 times.
Yeah, it was like 2 seconds long. It didn't say shit.
Well, it was just like creepy trailer. That's all it was. Like some kid getting hit in the face.
I don't even remember that. I just remember the guy saying Hereditary. That's all I remember about that trailer.
Oh, it's fucking.
All right, I'll find it. I'll find it. Where was it?
It's only at the AMC.
Oh my god!
Which is the worst theater in the county.
Dude, you know what sucks? Movie passes. Like AMC is competing with them now, so they're doing like 3 movies a week for $20 a month.
That's okay.
Yeah, but I mean 12 movies a month for $20. Like, who the fuck needs more than 12 movies? Like, I mean,
me sometimes, yeah.
That's if Movie Pass dies. Then I could go to that dive AMC theater and just fucking...
Dude, even, like, here's the surprising thing. The movie was so effective that despite the dim, shitty projection at that shitty movie theater, it was still a great experience. And there were even, like, some comedians behind me, right? There were, like, a group of, like, 3 assholes that were like, what's she doing? Why is she doing that? She's so weird, dude. It was great. There was a point in the movie where I thought, this is getting boring. But I think it's only to like make you fucking scream even more later on in the movie. There's just a sequence in this movie that just honestly, thinking about it right now, I'm just like, ugh. Like, I just don't feel good. And I had to go, and my sister's out of town, so I went in her house last night. So I stayed down here for the podcast, and I was all alone. There's no one here. But yeah, I dug the hell out of it. At the very least, even if you're not as fucking terrified as I was, it's an intense movie.
Yeah.
It's intense. And it's very good. And it's made in Utah. You will notice things
that I know.
That you know. You'll be like, oh, they're filming that in Murray. Oh, look, they're up Park City Canyon.
Nice.
And also, I do know the script supervisor on that movie. One of the 2 script supervisors I know personally.
Oh, nice.
Although, I got a story for that after.
Not a fan, but...
No, I am a fan in one respect, but
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. Good.
That's surprising, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
Not gonna comment. Didn't even know them. Spent some time with them.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's a good movie. Go see it if Jurassic World hasn't, because Jurassic World's gonna be in there for fucking ever. Because it's Jurassic World. So I know that I could wait a month to see Jurassic World, but it'll still be in the theater. So,
true.
Hereditary's being shoved, though. Shit, Schweiss, do we have any news?
Yeah, you know what? We totally do.
Okay.
Really loud news now. All right, so first up in news, Final Fantasy
14 patch 4.35 arrives July 3rd with new Deep Dungeon and Hildebrand quests.
More Hildebrand quests.
That's kind of more of those things we never did that we wanted to do because they're supposed to be really fun and funny. If you want to hear more about patch 4.35, check out the 14 companion show, Limit Break Radio. Of course, they'll probably go much deeper than I will, which is not
I
deep
started
at all.
the Hildebrand quest. The thing is, I didn't watch the cutscenes, and then I was like, oh, no, that's the good part. I was like, oh, sorry. Whoops.
So you just pounded through. Okay, we got some new images for the new dungeons, though. It's kind of weird looking, like you're in some dojo.
What the fuck is that?
And you're fighting some weird, like, something that looks like it comes from Shadow of the Colossus
Like
or
a
some
voodoo
shit.
doll thing.
Yeah. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's the voodoo doll of you, like a terrible representation of you with your metal
That
ball
looks
hand.
Nothing like me, Schweiss.
And then we got a giant. Oh shit! We got a giant snail. That looks fun. You just need to get some salt.
Oh.
Salt attack.
Yeah,
oh shit!
from like FF6.
Yeah. That would be a fun tactic. You have to grab a bag of salt and you like have to cut it off so that it can't get past it, and then you like move a trail.
That's the tank's job, you know.
Of salt. Yeah, you just pick up the salt sack, and then everybody's attacking him while you're like trapping him in, and then he just eventually has to run over the salt, and you just watch him fucking bubble, just fucking melt.
Hey, why aren't we in charge of these games, Schweiss?
I don't know. I'd be a fun ass dungeon. I think it'd be fun to be able to like kite him towards your friends too, so you can like fuck over the entire team. Be like, you try to tank, motherfucker.
Oh,
See
what
how
if
long
the
you
salt
last.
kills everybody too, so that you have to like strategically run around the salt and close off the salt?
Oh, that would be kind of fun.
Yeah,
That'd be good. Yeah, the salt's like fucking insane. Insano salt.
that's right.
That's what
It's a
I'd call
brand,
it.
New
Yeah.
brand. Salt.
So, Final Fantasy VI's Treasure Hunter Lock Cole is now available for that Dissidia Final Fantasy NT game.
Congratulations, we got another character.
So, yeah, huzzah! To that game that I'm surprised
Now
is
available in the season pass.
Season Pass, or you can buy them. I think that is the. Oh shit! No DLC purchase for $5.99. You fucking high. Or you can buy the Season Pass that includes 5 new characters with 2 skins. So if you're still playing that game, which, man, the sad part about Dissidia is I feel that it's going to die because I played it and I do not like it. I think it's a clusterfuck of
Well, maybe they'll
nonsense.
patch it into something decent by the time we get to it.
But the thing I'm worried about
we're not
is
that far away from it, though.
is that I'll never platinum it because it'll just go away. The servers will die, and I'm like, it's a long motherfucker.
They'll
too.
keep it up for like 3 years. They
You
kept
think? Lightning Returns.
Lightning
and that one's
Returns-
is like light though. That one's not like online fighting. It's like, compare penises with your pals.
You know what? Lightning Returns was only like 2 years, right? For that.
It wasn't that long because it came out while we started the show, and we announced it that they took it down a while before we started the game. And all it was like compare your cock's length for this mission with your buddies.
Yeah,
It
you
was
had
like,
to use the PlayStation Eye camera.
Yeah. You like check it out. Tip to balls right there.
Oh, my God.
And it's that's all it was. So it wasn't. I doubt it would be server intensive. Square is just like. They're relentless with that shit. They're like, you don't want to play it? Well, fuck you then. Fuck you. We'll take it down. And like Rockstar has like Grand Theft Auto 4 servers on PS3 still.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can play Grand Theft Auto 4. That's
Well, they
fucking-
just barely got rid of 11 like a year ago, so.
That's true, yeah. On PS2.
Yeah,
So that's like nuts.
not so.
So I guess I can't give them that much shit. Lightning
It's
Returns.
really it's just based on demand, man.
Yeah, that's sad that 11 on PS2 had more demand than Lightning Returns on like the modern console at the time.
What's this one? Final Fantasy VII Remake is moving along well.
Yeah, it's going well, moving along more than expected, according to Tetsuya Nomura. This kind of sounds. It sounds like they're like, nothing to see here. Move along,
Fake
move
news.
along. Yeah, like they've got like this, like this fucking scene of absolute gore. 2 people that just killed each other,
To be
knifed
fair,
each other to death. And
They already have made the game before.
That's true, yeah. So they know how far along they are.
They should be able to, they got a starting ground. They don't have to figure it out. I guess they have to figure out how it plays, but
Yeah. So they're saying here are a few tidbits from a recent
tidbitties.
interview with Famitsu. It says they're Tetsuya Nomura said, "We're trying to figure out where or when we're going to put out the next news release," which is an eye roll from me. "Production is going well. The scenario will also dive into the members of Avalanche, so we'll get some more backstory to the Fat Man and the Jesse chick and everybody else in Avalanche, which will be kind of fun. I mean, that's kind of like what I was hoping they would do with this, because they're making it such a large game, such an extremely immense, vast in size sort of thing, that I was kind of hoping they would dive into like backstories a little bit more. So they're going to be doing that, and they said development is moving along more than expected. So please wait for the next news release with peace of mind. It sounds like they're just like, they're really weird about this. I don't know why they do this. Like,
I don't know.
You know what Rockstar does? They don't show up to E3 and then they don't say a fucking word. They don't say anything. They didn't come to E3 with Red Dead 2. It didn't happen at E3 at all. It's supposed to come out in October. They don't fucking care.
There is something
You
to be
just
said.
don't say anything.
There is something to be said with you put out a whole bunch of content, you make people really excited, you put out a game or whatever, and then you just stop. And you just stop talking. You don't put out anything.
Yeah.
And then actually that'll make anticipation build even more, I think. It depends on how long you go without saying something, but I think that's why we're so excited every time a Quentin Tarantino movie comes out. It's because it's like 3 to 4 years every time.
Yeah.
And we're just like, and he doesn't say anything. When he's in the development process, we're all just like bated breath. We're waiting on the
he'll say that he's writing something.
Yeah.
Or that like someone fucking leaked it and he's never going to make the movie, and then he
That's
makes
true.
it anyway.
That was a different circumstance. I read that script too. And the only reason, Quentin, if you're listening, the only reason I read that pirated script is because you weren't going to make the movie. You made that announcement.
It's a good movie, though. I liked it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as the script. I think the ending was different, but
Yeah.
yeah, I like that movie too.
Camera's awesome. There's great fucking scenes in that shit.
Yeah, some great stuff.
I after watching more old westerns, though, I realized just how much he borrows from everybody.
Yeah, he
mostly the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's a lot of fun though.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's kind of sad how it seems like they're just like, they're worried that we're more worried than we are, but maybe some people are more worried than we are. Because like the sad thing is it's tying up a lot of their resources. So I kind of want it to come out so that we can
move on.
So that maybe we can get a second. I mean, this is probably never going to happen, but I would love 2 Final Fantasy main series on a console at some point before we die or the series dies.
Well,
which
I guess
will probably
the
happen after.
console generation seems to be they're starting to wind down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think PS5 and Xbox One or Xbox 2 Y are going to be, announced.
The Xbox 580.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they would have done that. 720 and then 1440.
I think they should have just
2880.
called the second one the Xbox 2 and not been like Xbox 360. And now you have to go Xbox One. Xbox One. Xbox original.
Well, and the weird thing is, like, when you call PlayStation 1, the PSX,
Yeah.
But you can't call Xbox X because they'll think you're talking about the One X. Yeah, it's stupid.
You have to say the word original, which is
That's
way
why-
too many syllables.
That's why you just go
Original
PlayStation
Xbox.
5, PlayStation 6.
I know.
PlayStation 7, PlayStation 2.
Or call it just something different like Nintendo does. They just call it something else.
Yeah, like, fuck it. It's, or go crazy. Go crazy with it and just call it whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, whatever.
Except for the Wii U. Don't call it.
Xbox is pissing me off just because of their naming of their consoles. Yeah.
So, yeah, apparently it's going along well. They feel like it's going to be, a good production.
Sweet.
All the concerns that were given out, they said, please be excited. Please don't be afraid. It's going to happen. So, fuck it. I guess we'll see how true that actually is.
Hey, so I have some news. Schweiss, I'm getting rid of most of my Final Fantasy games.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna put them up on the... What are you going to do? What do you want to do?
I kind of want to, for the Final Fantasy stuff, I kind of want to give them away to UFF listeners.
Okay. Do you want to do some Twitch drawings mixed with some other things, maybe? Because we could set up an RNG thing where we just do a random Twitch follower and we
could do Twitch. We could do Patreon as well. Like
we
we
could
do
do
on
that.
Dude Clan.
We could do that, yeah.
Patreon donors. Might maybe a little drawing every once in a while for a Patreon donor as far as the Final Fantasy game. The
maybe
reason I'm
we'll
doing
actually
this,
maybe we'll actually send it to him as well. I mean,
I love going through these Final Fantasy games, guys, but some of the games on the sides, like Type 0, I don't think I'll ever play Type 0 again. I just don't think I will. If after this whole run of Final Fantasy games, the ones I will replay, all of the ones I will replay definitely have had digital releases. So I'm not I don't think I want to pick up my PS3 again once I'm done with the Final Fantasy games.
Because it's so old and archaic.
It's old and it doesn't work half the time, especially
true,
older games. So it's like, okay, so I'm going to get rid of my FF13 games. I know those are on Steam. All the main series basically are digitally available, or
Yeah.
I have them digitally.
Except for
like 14 and 11.
oh, you know what? I think all of them are now because I think you can
Yeah.
download Zodiac Age. They're all there.
Yeah.
You don't have to have anything. Yeah, they
So-
finally fucking did it.
So I'm still kind of getting rid of those physical copy type things, but I know a lot of people love those, and I know some people don't have all the games. So I got, physical copies of Vagrant Story and stuff like that. And as we go through these games, and I decide, unless there's one that hasn't had a release that I really want to keep later down the road,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be giving them away after I'm done with them. So I got a lot of FF games in the trunk of my car right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You brought them?
They're ready to go. I got
All
a
right.
big stack. I also got some strategy guides.
Oh, cool.
I got 2 strategy guides.
8s, I assume.
No, I have 12s.
Oh, that's right. You got that.
The Uber one,
Yeah.
and then I have Final Fantasy 13 2.
That would have been fucking
Maybe?
nice.
I can't remember. It's one of the 13 games.
Although sometimes those guides are like,
Yeah.
they're lacking.
It's not a thing where I'm like, I think I'm done being a collector. of
Yeah.
the-
Well, I
of
mean,
the
until
stuff.
you settle down, there's no point because
And
you have
I'm
to
not
keep
going to be
moving
settling
it.
down. That's the problem. So, guys who listen to Nude Clan will know this. I'm going to be making a temporary move sometime in late September that may or may not be a permanent move. And even if it's not a permanent move, I'm going to be kind of a vagrant for a little while. Not that I haven't been, but I'm sick of... I don't want to own more than what I can fit inside of a car.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of... There are some things I'm putting into storage for the day I have a house, and then there are some things that it's just like, I'm just going to live better if I get rid of these things. So there's physical copies of games we're going to be playing in the future, but stuff in the past, unless I find something that, is really special to me, it's going. So I'm excited to give those away for listeners
Yeah.
on UFF. And there's some games for Nude Clan, of course, because I have video games on other stuff as well. So I guess that'll be exciting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't even take any from you because I already bought all the fucking...
You already bought all the fucking games.
Well, except for... There are a couple that I don't have collector's editions to, but I'm getting there.
You have the 13.2. I got the FF10 collectors from PS3.
I got that one too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it was like $12, $13 on their store one day. Yeah, and I bought the shit out of that thing. It's
Really?
pretty cool. I like it a lot.
I'll
probably never.
I don't
open
even
it
want to
again.
think about the amount of money I spent on it right now.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
hurts.
the FF12 Zodiac Age, they price dropped it like a month after it came out. And I was like, fuck. Oh, that's like $40 less.
But then I have another game called Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, which I bought for a full $60 for Nude Clan. That's also in the pile.
Oh, you know what? Somebody at work the other day was like, he listed off a name of a game, and he's like, is that the most ridiculous named game you've ever heard of? And I was like, no, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. That's the most ridiculous name. And I was like, the longer the name, the more pissed off I'm gonna be going into it automatically. Like I'm gonna nitpick the longer it takes me to read the name.
There is a Sam Elliott movie that is coming out soon that has an amazing poster and an amazing title. It's called The Man Who Killed Hitler and also The Bigfoot.
Oh wow.
That's the title of the movie. So I think that's an amazing title, personally. But yeah, Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory it's the most ridiculous title that I've come across Unless you count Dude Kime as
Yeah, as the actual name.
that's the actual name.
It's still kind of ridiculous though, because it's Dissidia 12:12.
012.
It's like how 12 is apparently important in this
Duodecim.
game. Yeah, duodecim, 210.
Hey, thank you.
For that. So it's like it's ludicrous. Either way,
Okay.
even if you don't say dude kind, even if you just call it what it is, it's Dissidia 12:12.
Let's talk about a possible voice cast.
All right, so Final Fantasy. Let's start with Final Fantasy VIII because I feel like Final Fantasy VIII would probably have one before 9. I would think.
I
'Cause-
don't want to be confined to what they actually should be right now because they're going to be young actors, and my actor, like my actor encyclopedia in my head, does not really know that many people under 25. I guess the perks of being a wallflower kid will be Squall. That's the only guy I know, the gay dude. Anybody?
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I saw the movie, but I don't remember him. I just remember Emma Watson.
He's also he's Kevin, and we need to talk about Kevin. I'll find a picture of him, and you'll know who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
So who are the cast?
All right, so we've got Squall, Renoa, Zell, Selphie, Quistis, Irvine, Cypher, Laguna, Kyros, Ward, and Adia. I have a
Ezra Miller is the name of the actor. I would probably if I were making an actual. Oh, is he Flash? I didn't know that.
He is, yeah.
Sorry, Craig. I don't watch TV. You know that.
No, he's in the movie.
Oh, the movie Flash?
No, the movie.
Oh, he's in Justice League.
Yeah, Justice League. He plays Flash.
Got it.
I think he's pretty good.
I think he could be a decent Squall. If you were casting that as a movie right now, he would be my go-to. That's who I thought of when I was like, who the fuck is a young actor that kind of looks like... Okay, yeah, that guy.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna go voice actor. I am gonna cast Nick Cage as Squall because I think his
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we need competing lists. I think Nick Cage is definitely the right Squall.
I think he should be Squall in
he's
the film as well.
It's like a 60-year-old Nick Cage.
Renoa.
Oh, I'm a high schooler.
School is so hard.
Well, I'm 19. You're 17. This can't work.
Yeah, you're too young for me.
Oh my god.
She's actually 19 because let's see. All right, so we'll do Nick Cage for Squall.
Nick Cage for Squall was never a good choice. I don't think there was any point in Nick Cage's career where he could have played Squall.
Yeah, probably not.
But the attitude is right. And I guess if you get the right hairpiece on Nick Cage, you might be able to do it.
He might still look just a touch older than he's supposed to, but...
Okay.
That or the guy who played Spider-Man on the most recent Spider-Man. I think he could probably do it. He's a pretty good little actor.
Amazing Spider-Man or
No.
Spider-Man Homecoming?
Homecoming.
Okay.
I haven't watched all of it,
All right.
but he's pretty good.
All right, Renoa. This is
Renoa, so the love interest of the game.
yeah.
Tom Holland, yeah, that's right. I don't know though. He's too happy. Squall needs to be like a little.
That's why I'm saying Ezra Miller. Yeah, I think I know I nailed that casting twice. You don't even have to move on. But fine, I do like Nick Cage though. I think Nick Cage is.
He's just,
It's both a terrible choice and a good choice.
yeah.
So
So Renoa Hartley. Who would we have? Who would we have as Renoa?
little brunette.
Yeah, we gotta have somebody.
Should she be Asian? She's the most Asian looking of this cast.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. Okay. Renoa. Ah, fuck.
Voice acting, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Jennifer Lawrence. I think
That
her
is
voice would
not
work.
voice act. Okay, she's definitely not Asian.
No. Voice actor Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
I'm gonna make.
You just
this...
whitewashed this game twice.
Hey man, it's
Hashtag something.
yeah. UFF whitewash.
Yeah, UFF whitewash.
Well, guess what? She's white, so fuck you. She might be whiter.
I think
You know what? She's more white than I am.
Because she's Asian. Her skin's paler.
If
If we're talking like color here, I tan. I mean, Asians can tan too, I guess, but she is. Look at her, she's pale. Look at that. She needs some sun. All of them need some sun, except for Zell. He burns apparently.
I think a young Winona Ryder could work.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You know what? That's actually
she's not Asian though.
No, she's not. Or
I always go Ko Shibasaki for anything because she's fucking hot. She's a Japanese actress, can't speak English, so I'm not sure how the.
Is that the one from the
She's from
Godzilla?
No, but she is smoking. The one who's supposed to be the president in the future.
Yeah, like that's
Oh
just
my
never gonna
God.
happen.
That movie is like perfect outside of that fucking character.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, Ko Shibasaki is the bad chick in Battle Royale.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like the fucking evil one.
Mm-hmm.
I think actually she'd be pretty good casting for Renoa. She's also like my favorite actress to look at.
Yeah.
She was not in Pacific Rim. That was Oh God. Just don't quiz me on fucking Asian actors right now. I can give you that name soon. Rinko Kikuchi. That's Pacific Rim. Sorry, Craig is talking in the background. I know you're not hearing any of that.
Yeah. All right, I can live with that. I don't really know who I would
Ko
cast as
Shibasaki?
Renoa. Either that or like I don't know, Chicken Kill Bill. It'd be fun.
She's
Kung Fu
also in
Renoa.
Battle Royale. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I don't remember that.
She dies earlier than Rinko.
Oh.
Or than Ko Shibasaki.
Well, yeah,
does.
everybody dies earlier than almost everybody than her.
That's true.
All right, what about Zell? I'm thinking kind of a douchebag guy.
Oh my God, the guy who's in the fucking where she plays the trumpet with her. Oh, shit.
American Pie.
American Pie. The American Pie dude that's not the main guy.
Okay.
You know that guy
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that face
He could do it.
who used to. This is gonna be the podcast where we just try to think of names and we can't.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, I'm looking up American Pie and I'm getting that actor's name.
Either him or the
He's got an amazing face for playing a douche.
I would say
Sean William Scott. That guy. Second.
yeah,
Yeah.
he could do it. I would actually. Yeah, that's a great casting. What about voice? What about voice work?
I think even voice
You think he
work,
could do it?
I think he can. I think he's perfect for that.
All right.
He's like 40 now, but
fuck it.
fuck it.
Selfie. We got Selfie next. Who would we cast as Selfie? So she's got to be kind of annoying, really chipper, willing to make her hair look really stupid.
Selfie. That's a tough one, Schweiss. I might cast Asian again.
You think?
Yeah, I might. I'm thinking Scott Pilgrim's girlfriend. Scott
okay.
Pilgrim versus the World.
Okay.
I think she might be
You
able
know
to
what?
play a good Selfie.
I think that's a good call. I think that's a pretty good call. I think she would do well as Selfie.
What
What-
she been since then? She
What
was
about?
great in that
I think
movie.
she could probably voice act it too.
Yeah, she could definitely voice act it as well.
I don't think that would be a problem. Yeah,
Ellen Wong is her name, by the way. I think
Okay.
she'd be a good Selfie.
yeah, that's actually pretty close, I would say. Quistis,
Quistis, hot, cold, blonde.
Margot Robbie.
I don't know about that one. I think Margot Robbie's younger than I thought she was, by the way. Had a weird moment when I realized I would think I'm the same age as Margot Robbie. And I thought she was in her 30s. And it's not because she looks old or anything. Like, in 30s, not old. But she looked like poised and adults.
Yeah.
So I assumed that Margot Robbie was like 15 years older than she actually is. I had that moment. So I don't know if she can ever play the 18 or 17-year-old Quistis. I don't know. I think she was just born
30.
30.
That's kind of rude.
Born 35.
Like a hot 30. You were born a hot 30.
I think 30, like the 30s is like, I think it's pretty prime. Depends on who you are, I guess. But, Quistis. Okay, you're saying Margot Robbie.
Yep. For voice.
Are you sticking with that?
Yeah.
Sticking
That's
with
who
it.
I would cast, yeah. Just needs to be super hot, that's all.
That's it. That's all we need
That's all
from
that
her.
matters from Quistis. Yeah, that's her character. It's a character arc.
With a whip. Margot's okay for that role. I'm not digging it though.
Who would you
I'm
put
not
in
like
there instead?
fucking. I gotta think of someone more voluptuous.
Yeah.
She's kind of thin. Margot. I do think she's like a perfect 10, but I'm not gonna. I just don't know if she's right for Quistis.
I mean, I would also cast Scarlett Johansson. for Quistis, but if you're looking for young, that's not
Did
going
you
to
do
work.
young Scarlett Johansson, like 90s Scarlett Johansson?
It doesn't matter for me, but
No,
yeah,
they're all
that would
good.
work.
Actually, I think she's better looking now than she was
I
back
kind of
then.
do too.
Yeah.
It's like a fine wine.
I know.
Like a real fine wine.
I would say like
Shit.
this is an old one, but Grace Kelly. Another cold blonde.
That would work, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. Or the chick who played Kirsten Dunst, maybe in her prime, would kind of fit it.
No. I'm going to go with a no. I'm going to veto Kirsten Dunst on that one.
You don't think that would work?
I'm sure Sam Raimi would cast her in there, but I don't think she would work in that.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, she's blonde. It's like one of the 5 blonde actresses whose names I know, but
Well, you can make anybody blonde.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy. Oh my God. Cameron Diaz. Oh, you know what?
Oh, shit.
That's actually pretty good.
A young Cameron Diaz.
yeah,
Dude.
that would work
I like
very
that.
well.
I like that. Let's do Cameron Diaz.
Young Cameron Diaz.
Okay.
I can live with that. Irvine, I say Kid Rock off the bat. Both.
I say
both
Nick
voice.
Cage again.
Nick Cage again.
Nick Cage with long hair.
What about John Travolta? He looks kind of John Travolta, right?
No. I don't think so. For Irvine, so he's got to be like kind of a manly man with like a really square jaw.
I just say Kid Rock because he's got the hat. And he seems...
Kid Rock is right.
but he's not.
Kid Rock has never been young though. Kid Rock just immediately spurted out as a 40-year-old
yeah, that's
white
true. yeah.
rapper.
That's true. that is true. Yeah, I'm just reminded of Silicon Valley's like first episode where they were like, "Man, I think the poorest person here is actually Kid Rock." You know, you're in the right place with the poorest man in the building is Kid Rock.
Oh shit.
Oh, Bruce Campbell.
Bruce.
I think he's
young. Bruce Campbell with really long hair, maybe.
That would Irvine would be. He does have the shotgun.
Rob Stark's pretty good casting. Craig just said
Yeah, I could
the
see
guy
that.
who plays Rob Stark, not Rob Stark himself.
Yeah.
Watches a movie.
Yeah. I could see that working out. Yeah, I could.
I don't know, man. I'm having trouble on this one. This one's tough. It's like a Fabio-looking guy.
Could do Fabio. Or Megadeth's new guitarist,
Kiko.
Liori or whatever.
Oh, dude. Okay, I'm gonna look up Fabio Young real quick here.
You know what? That would actually, young Jean-Claude Van Damme would be pretty awesome.
Oh, that's a good casting, Craig. He's still gonna look a little too old for the part, but I can deal with that. Let's do young Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, Cipher or
He's gonna be
Cypher.
outacted by everybody else in the movie, but
Yeah. Including Nick Cage. Cypher is clearly going to be a fucking 24 guy. Like, there's no doubt he's.
You want
made.
young Kiefer Sutherland?
I do, yeah. He's perfect for that. Are you kidding? There's no other
You know
person.
what? I think you're right. I think that's really good casting.
Kiefer Sutherland
This
is
is like
made.
phone booth Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can deal with that. Didn't he play a vampire in some really old movie?
I don't know. I don't think I
fucking
saw
remember.
that. But yeah, young Kiefer Sutherland for Cypher.
Young Kiefer. I can deal with that. Fortunately, we're to Laguna, and I think Laguna's kind of in that same. Oh shit! I know exactly who Laguna should be. Oh fuck! What is that movie? I'm gonna find this guy. Okay, there's a movie called Ride with the Devil, which no one has seen but me. The guy who plays. It's funny, Tobey Maguire with really long hair kind of reminds me of Laguna.
Yeah. That kind of works, yeah.
Let me see if I can find Ride with the Devil. Oh, did you say Eric Bana?
I don't know.
For Laguna? If he had really long hair?
Maybe.
Maybe. Let me show you Ride with the Devil, Tobey Maguire. He's got long, beautiful locks of hair.
Yeah, that would work.
That would work as Laguna, which is ridiculous. Be like really soft spoken. Of course, I kind of always saw Laguna. I never saw him as like a super
Intense guy.
intense dude.
Yeah, I don't know how he ever got in charge, to be honest.
I don't know either.
But fuck it, the movie's gonna suck. So, Kiros Seagill.
Oh, just don't even. I can't even think of anything for that guy. I can't think of. Oh my God, no! Grace Jones.
Thank you, Black Mage.
Grace Jones.
Is okay.
Do you know who Grace Jones is?
Is Kiros a chick?
Doesn't matter.
I don't. You know what?
I think I question the same thing when I think about Grace Jones. Grace Jones.
It's a guy. It's a guy. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
I was thinking like it looks real feminine here, and I was like, man, Grace Jones as a man.
No, Grace Jones is a woman.
So just make Kiros a woman. You could do that.
We'll just have Grace Jones play Kiros. That's all I'm saying. You know, it
You
doesn't.
could do that.
Yeah,
All right, I'm fine with that.
you're fine with Grace Jones being Kiros. You're just fine with it. No thoughts on Grace Jones.
Well, I
being
mean,
Kiros.
I would much rather give it to the Allstate guy, but I don't think he quite fits.
That's a joke from Nude Clan. Way to
I don't
bring
think
that
he
over
works.
here.
I don't think he works as the lithe.
Grace Jones. Okay.
And, Ward. What about Ward? Arnold Schwarzenegger, maybe big motherfucker.
That would be too perfect of a casting. I don't know if he would take that small of a role either.
Yeah, that'd be kind of.
But I mean, if this
Steven
is our
Seagal,
dream,
he would take whatever is thrown at him.
if this is our dream team, I will say Arnold. I think Arnold. Yeah, let's
Okay.
do that.
What
Big
about?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Adia?
Like side role Arnold, like right before Conan the Barbarian.
Before he got huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. For that awesome fucking movie.
Adia.
Guy from The Wrestler. He would probably work younger version of him.
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Mickey would work.
Um,
But I like Arnold more. He's got to be bigger.
Requiem for a Dream girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
really good. It's really good.
Jennifer Connelly. That's her name. Forgot her. I can't believe I forgot Jennifer Connelly's name, but Jennifer Connelly as Adia. I think Jennifer Connelly now as Adia, like middle-aged Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah.
She'd be perfect.
That would actually be really, really good. She kind of looks like her.
Yeah.
It's odd.
She does kind of look like her. She kind of has that presence, that kind of bigger than life, kind of poise to her, kind of like Margot Robbie has, despite being like 24
and like 5 foot flat.
So
yeah,
I'd say I think
she's really only 24.
She
She's
was like
younger?
2 years ago. Yeah,
So she's 26.
she's
now.
a lot younger than you. Than I thought she was. I just was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I think that's a good cast list there, Schweiss.
Yeah,
I think we got it. I think we've
so.
cast Final Fantasy VIII in multiple decades of movie
Yeah.
actors.
You'd have to get them in their prime.
We'd have to take them in a time machine and then make it all together as once. Of course, voice acting wise, they'll all work. You can mocap all of them, right?
Yeah.
And then just kind of, make them the way you want them, right?
You could, yeah. You could. I think it'd be almost more fun to just cast them now as their roles no matter what. And it's like, these 19-year-old kids, and you can tell one of them's in their 40s and one of them's maybe 25.
Yeah,
but the youngest.
Nick Cage is as Squall.
Yeah.
That's
I got this necklace.
oh my god. Kiefer Sutherland is
That's like,
how would you say Kiefer Sutherland saying, I'm going to tell you about my romantic dream?
yeah.
I'm going to tell you about my romantic dream.
I never told you about my romantic dream. Like, I don't want to hear it, dude. That sounds nasty. Like, I don't fucking want to hear that shit. There were candles everywhere. And then the grinding.
Oh my god.
So romantic.
So romantic. I don't think we have time for 9.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm sorry. We should do that some other time, though.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yes.
fun. I
There you
think,
go.
honestly, I think that is a good voice cast. Like, all joking aside, I think it would be pretty fucking awesome. I don't think Nick Cage would
I don't know
ever
how well of
voice-
a voice Fabio is, but
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be kind of, well, you know what? That would
and
kind of
could you get Tobey Maguire to play like third tier on a voice acting
Well,
thing for a
Tobey
video
Maguire
game?
hasn't been part of anything for a while.
No, he does independent movies because he's fucking bazillion-dollar-millionaire because of Spider-Man. He's
Yeah.
made so much fucking money off of Spider-Man. He just does what he wants now.
So yeah, maybe he will.
He's in a bunch
want-
of movies. They're just like little independent things.
Maybe
like
he
was in
will
Pawn
want to be in
Sacrifice
this.
a couple years ago. Yeah, maybe he would. Maybe he would. Yeah.
I don't think he
You
cares
want to play
about the-
Squall's father, aka Laguna?
Yeah, the father. You want to play Nick Cage's dad in this movie?
Nick Cage is like, oh, makes sense to me.
Daddy.
Sis. He's got to play the little tiny boy version of
Yeah,
Squall
with the
too.
same voice.
Sis,
Is that you?
I'm going to be strong, or whatever the fuck he said.
Oh, that would be great, man. That would be fucking
Oh,
awesome.
shit.
Oh, this guy says Margot Robbie would be perfect for Beatrix in 9.
You know what? I would cast the chick from Vikings as Beatrix in 9.
I don't know who the chick from Vikings is.
Amazing looking.
Okay.
And the Beatrix is like a Viking-esque kind of feel, It's God, dude. Yeah. But we're not doing 9 right now. We got to do
We're
that
not.
later.
We gotta do it
we
later.
Get too caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
You want to answer a couple questions?
Let's
though?
answer a couple questions, wrap this baby up.
All right, well, let's dive right in.
Questions for us. We would like to hear from you. To our forums. Or contact us on Twitter. Get on and ask your questions. We'll answer them within a week. This is the question segment. Ask and you will receive.
Black Mage in the chat says Mia Khalifa for Beatrix. That's funny.
Mia Khalifa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Help me out. I know that name.
Why don't we just show her?
Oh, wait. Porn star. That's right. She sounds familiar, guys.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of perusing going on. I guess.
Marissa Tomei as Adia, Jake? Maybe. I wonder what. I haven't seen Marissa Tomei in a movie in a while, so I wonder what she looks like right now.
Yeah, I don't know. So here we have
Smoking hot, though,
our
back in
first
the day.
question from Micro Todd. I'm sorry I'm such a small Todd, but Fabula Novalis Crystallis, Nova Crystallis, Order of Play. Now that you guys have finished Fabula Nova Crystallis, I've listened to all of the reviews, and I kind of want to play them. Well, really, I just want to play 13.2, which you both put at the top of your list as the best in this collection. So my question is, if I want to play FF13.2, do I need to play 13 first to understand what's going on? Thanks. From a dedicated listener.
You'll get familiar with the characters and the world a little bit if you do that.
I would play 13 first,
I would too.
personally. It's not
13
that long of a game.
13's got some slogs. It is a long game, Schweiss.
It's not that long. You
it's-
beat it in like 27 hours, didn't you? Or was it 30 something?
No, it was like 40 something.
Oh, well, that's nothing.
My first time I played the game was 62 hours, 68 hours, I think.
All right, so it's kind of long.
The second time I played it was in the 40s, I think. I
think
guess
it
we'll know.
was.
We'll know if you listen back on the old episodes if we set our time. Anyway.
I think 13 is. I think it's important to play that. First.
I think it's a good enough game to warrant a play. It's tough to get through some stuff. Certainly the first. It sucks because the bad part of the game is at the beginning of the game. So most people kind of
trail off,
turn it off. And
yeah.
you know what? The beginning of the game is a long section. It's longer than most games. So
yeah. It's 20 hours of bullshit.
it is 20 hours of real not great. It does get better. There's certainly really great things about 13. I rank it somewhere kind of in the middle of the series, in my opinion, as far as the whole main series is concerned, just overall. But it does take beating the game in order to have that perspective. So I would, you gotta play 13 first. You got to.
Yeah,
You gotta know the characters.
Honestly, the sad thing is the order of play. You should just do 13, 13.2, Lightning Returns, and then Type 0. Because Type 0 is thematically connected, but it's not connected in any other way. It's like a referential sort of connection.
Yeah, just play it in the order that it came in.
Yeah, I mean, that would mean Type 0 is before. But
And I
that's
would
fine.
play 13.3 just for the gameplay.
Yeah.
I think the story is okay in 13.2. Story is not great in 13. Story is really bad in 13.3.
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
Um,
It's really stupid, and there are a lot of really annoying things. Like,
yeah.
there's this fucking the whole game you just hear talking, nonsensical talking from from the kid, and it's so fucking annoying. It's like every 2 seconds light. Remember this? And it's like, and there'd be times where he would interrupt himself because he had something else to say, and it's like, oh god.
I remember that now. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so, but it's really fun to play. I would just play them in the order we played them in, to be honest. I would go 13, 13.2, Lightning Returns, and then Type 0. So, because those
It's funny.
three are
Each
connected.
game just gets rid of the other game's story, though. It's fun.
It kind of does, yeah.
It does retcon it, but you do have to. You got to be there for the retconning, right?
That's right, yeah. And it works ish.
I mean, if you're just playing one for the gameplay, just play Lightning Returns, skip the cutscenes.
Yeah.
I guess.
So we got another one here, Adamantoise, from Brenton Smith. This may have been answered at some point in UFF, but I'm just getting started on UFF. I started listening to you guys with Nude Clan, but I want to know how long it took you guys to beat Adamantoise. Me, the dumbass that I am, didn't realize that I had got the Ring of Lucii after I beat the game. I checked my
you
trophies.
played it way later than we did, didn't you?
Yeah. And seeing that it was fairly easy to get the plat, so I took my happy ass to the giant fucking turtle. 3 hours later, I beat him. Yes, 3 fucking hours of constant healing and dealing barely any damage. Afterwards, I called my friend and told him this was the longest fuckface fight I've ever been in, and I'm informed that I could one-shot him if I had the Ring of Lucii. I contemplated giving up completely on life after I received that information. I now start checking guides before I just start to fight all willy-nilly. It took me about an hour and a half, I think. Maybe closer to 2.
It took me... I want to say it took me over 2 hours. But back when we got the game, that Ring of Lucii, I didn't do anything to him. That was a patch. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it did, I don't think
You
I
can-
would have done it.
So your friend is like, well, I got the patch version too. That's what he said, basically. No, you have no idea the amount. I guess you do, actually, because you did actually play it like we had to play it. And it's a terrible fight. And it's terrible graphic problems. I don't think they patched that, or I don't know if they patched that.
Yeah.
They probably got the Ring of Lucii part just for the fact that, the graphic problems exist. But yeah, next time you go through, I guess next time we all go through that game, we can all just be thankful that. Of course, I already platinumed it, so I'll probably never play him again. But we can all just be thankful that.
I might play the story, but that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Abrex says, took him about an hour and a half to beat him the old-fashioned way. Should have been epic, but honestly one of the worst designed boss fights he's ever played. The ring was made an OP patch, so if you played the game around when it was released, that wasn't really an option at the time. Yeah, that's basically what we just said. Caleb says, honestly, you should feel good that you did it the right way and not the Joe way. As for using guides all the time, well, that just feels like not playing it to me.
First off, fuck Caleb Craig for saying that, because the Joe way didn't exist before when Joe played it. So the Joe way of taking out Adamantoise was the old-fashioned way.
Sure, they can help find stuff when you're stuck, but for
Never
boss
get
fights,
that time back.
you might as well let the game play itself. Forever guide equals Joe Core. Corey says he usually feels
I
good
didn't
about...
even use a guide on that fucking game.
Well, you don't have to, yeah.
No,
I usually
you
feel
don't.
good about not using shortcuts to beat super bosses. However, this fight was terrible and required no skill. I remember just hitting him a bit and then teleporting away and then hitting him some more. Yeah, the Adamantoise fight is absolute trash in 15, and they have not really fixed it. So fuck that fight. It's really shitty. Really terribly put together.
What is this?
It's worst thing in the main series from Beaver LA. Now
Is
that
that
you
the
guys,
Adamantoise fight?
yeah, it might be. Now that you guys have finished the main series of games and their respective microverses, what do you consider to be the worst thing they put out? Does Dirge of Cerberus's play blow harder than the cringe that is FF10-2? Yes. Can anything be worse than Revenant Wings? Dirge. Just curious where you guys would place the games and media that occupy the bottom.
We will do this someday. We will do a ranking.
Yeah, I will say that, yes,
Dirge.
Dirge is worse than 10-2.
I think Dirge might be on the bottom.
It's the worst thing in the entire universe. Because a movie only lasts as long as a movie. Although that Final Fantasy Unlimited, that's going to put up a...
Kingsglaive is really... I think Kingsglaive is worse than Unlimited has ever been.
You think so?
As an overall, fuck me for watching this thing.
But the redneck nationalist guy is so great.
I don't even think he's redneck. He's just I think he's got a Cockney accent twice. I don't think he has a Southern accent.
Well, he seems like a real fucking get out of my country kind of guy.
Get off my lawn
yeah,
kinda
get
guy.
off my lawn, dude. Yeah, I don't know.
All
does
right,
have
so
a Cockney
Squall
accent.
as Clint Eastwood then.
Yeah, yeah. That would actually be pretty fucking sweet, but I don't think it would ever work.
That's another guy who just came out of the womb just old.
Yeah, pretty much. He was 40.
Watch him when he's in his 20s in old movies. He still looks like he's
still
40.
looks old. Yeah.
Just a lot of sun damage. A lot of sun damage on that face.
Yeah. That is very fucking true. Even when he's in his 30s, he looks kind of like an old man. And now he's 90-ish, so he's fucking old
it
now.
fits now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's finally aged properly.
Yeah.
He moved into it 70 years later. Yeah, we'll do an Uber list though, Beaver LA. That's a great question for another time. Once we finish everything that's Final Fantasy, we'll have probably the ultimate ranking of the entire series. Because we love doing rankings on the show.
We do.
And
Don't worry,
those will be
we'll
there.
do a whole episode
and
of
Dirge is going to be fucking low. Believe me.
Sorry.
Revenant Wings is going to be low too, but I don't know which one's worse. I'm pretty sure Dirge is worse between those two. I think, but we'll see how I'm feeling when we make that Uber list. Maybe some of the pain will resurface from Revenant.
Maybe
I'll forget about Dirge. I don't know.
Crystal Chronicles ain't ranking very high right now, I'll tell you that.
And the sad thing is it's supposed to be the best one.
In the Crystal Chronicles series?
Yes. It's what happens when you put it on Nintendo. You have another
This
company
is
do
the
it.
worst music of the entire series.
Jake made a good point yesterday. He told me that the music isn't bad. It's the game
It's implementation of it. It's the fact that you have to restart the map theme every time you go out to the map. And that might be true. Because I think once over, the map theme is kind of fine. But the menu theme, I don't think that's
No,
ever
menu
been fine.
theme, immediately bad. Immediately bad.
It's worse. It's lazier than Armored Core for Answer. Because Armored Core for Answer has like a 7-8 note that they do over and over and over again. This one's like 3 notes that are just like a bell. And it's a bell, too.
It may
like
have the worst soundtrack of any game I've ever played.
What, Crystal Chronicles?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of a game soundtrack that bugged me more, and I can't think of one.
That's fair.
Pretty fucking bad.
It does frustrate me. Yeah, it's pretty. We got to go back to it too. We're not done. So.
Okay, I think we have. I want to say I put like 2 iTunes reviews on your desktop.
Oh, you want to dive into those real quick?
Yeah, let's do those real quick, and then a question from us to you, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right, let's dive in.
Canada and
iTunes reviews. iTunes reviews.
Oh, dude, I love the name of it.
All right. This is from Metro from the Win.
No, it's Medio.
Oh, sorry. Medio for the win.
Also, you know what? I have to put this in right here. I Am Setsuna, the game I'm playing.
Yeah.
The fucking spell is totally called Medio.
Nice.
They stole it. It's like a every Final Fantasy.
You would think the
mashup
translator knows that Medio in Japanese is
meteor.
meteor.
I think they did it as a reference to the bad translation of the old game, so it's kind of awesome.
Is it a Square game?
They published it.
Oh wow.
They had RPG or Tokyo RPG Factory, which, AKA, rip off every
AKA
other
Square
RPG
Enix.
and squeeze it into one factory. But yeah, I had to put that in there. Medio.
Medio for the win. If you love FF, these guys have you covered. So I found this podcast a few weeks back, and I just can't praise it enough. Yeah, yes you can.
You probably could, yeah.
I don't really have time to play a lot of games these days with my job and planning a wedding, but
Oh, that's easy. You just let the woman do it.
Final Fantasy is my all-time favorite series. So before I get married, I decided to set out and finish my FF completion list. Sorry, honey, I've got to do this.
I'll see you in a month.
And replay old favorites from the past. So, as I embarked on this mission, I wanted to find like-minded guys that love the series like I do. This podcast was, thankfully, the very first one I came across. And
after a few
episodes, sorry, the wording is a little far away from me. I knew I need look no further. Kaleb and Joe totally get the series and, well, pretty much run the show as I would, except that they do a way better job than I would.
Maybe
some days you might plan something. I don't know. Do love talking about actors whose names I can't remember. They love the series, and it just oozes out of them. Yummy. They're very knowledgeable about all things FF, and I really appreciate their admiration for the series. The only caveat I would attach for those interested in the show is the coarse language at times, but they do warn you of that. Do we?
It's explicit.
I guess it's explicit on iTunes. It's not my thing personally, but I don't ever find it too grating.
Really?
So, guys,
you actually must be. It must be your thing if you don't find it too grating.
So, guys, we fellow FF fans really appreciate the hard work and commitment. Keep it up, guys. Lots of love. Larson from Florida out. Thank you, Larson from Florida /Medio for the win.
Yeah, thanks, man. We really appreciate that.
We do have a Canadian review here.
Yeah, we do.
Have fun with that Canadian accent, too.
All right.
You could just do a French one. You make it French Canada.
Amazing show by Tristan123454. I've been listening to the show for a year now.
Oh,
That's terrible.
You
know what?
Fucking awful.
I've been listening to the show for a year now, and I think that you are the best and my first podcast I listened to originally. Found you by looking for FF13 review, then I ran across you guys, then moved to the other ones, and listened ever since. I'm glad I found you're funny and give me quite the laugh, and thank you for doing the show. Thank you,
Is that your
Tristan.
Canadian accent?
It's like a Fargo.
Yeah, it's,
Like I'm like in
you're
the
trying.
southern.
You're in a weird.
I'm in the real south of South Dakota.
Yeah, it sounded like someone hit their head.
Yeah. Canadians are just retarded, apparently.
Wow.
That's well, you said I hit my head.
Well, they didn't
That's
vote
my accent.
Trump in office, but that's Tristan. So thank you very
Yeah,
much,
thanks,
Tristan.
man. Glad you're enjoying the show. I'm surprised you after the 13 review you kept listening to us, but it's probably one of my least favorite main series reviews.
I think the review's okay.
Oh, is it?
We did re-record twice. It's not like we have the old part onto the.
The part that made me want to like cry.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know what happened.
Then there's the warning where I was like, "Well, we got this character mixed up." Said it right at the beginning of the show. Then we went into it. Yeah, that episode though was a harrowing experience for Schweiss and I though.
Yeah, because the game is so long and you forget so much of it.
Oh, and the story's not easy to
Not
get
really.
anyway. So
And it's not
whatever.
really that great, so you don't want to get it that
Right.
much. So it's like,
Right.
but yeah, glad you was satisfied. Stayed
Thanks.
with us, man.
Thanks for listening. Okay, let's do a question from us to you, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here. Okay. Our question from us to you is if you have... Oh, shit. All those delays are still going. Gotta wait for... Okay. This...
New
we got
mixer.
a new mixer.
Well, we got it a while ago, but Joe and I of course did a power nap for the two of us while he was figuring out how to run this new mixer, which was a great move, of course. And now we have it working.
I mean,
and-
I really couldn't have done it without Schweiss doing a power nap.
Yeah, I was over there motivating. He was like, "Man, that sleep looks so awesome right now. I got to get this done."
Yeah.
So
We got this, how long ago? Like 4 months ago? We got
That was
this
a long
mixer?
time ago, and it's a big bastard. It's like
Yeah.
12 channel or like 1 million channels. We have 8?
This is thanks to the Patreon donors. We got... If we wanted to have 4 guests come in here,
We
we
could.
could do it.
We could have an 8-man nude clan.
And
episode.
have someone call it from Skype.
Yeah.
We could do all those things at the same time if we wanted.
There's a lot of shit we can do with this. We
There
honestly
is.
could probably mix completely from this board. I'm
It
pretty
also removed like 2 steps in the post editing process.
Yeah.
So now we only have to do a noise removal and a hard limiter, and that's it.
Yeah, and I mean,
We already
the hard
have
limiter
compression on
might
it.
be something we can do on the board. I don't think the noise removal is possible.
No, you can't do the hard limiter on the board.
Damn.
You
I
can put
guess,
the
yeah.
gain up on the channels, but it'll just sound noisier.
Yeah, that's true.
So we got to do it that way. Sorry.
Well,
If you want to get a analog noise removal thing, if you
Not-
want to really
not-
go through the whole audio suite of
well, if we did that, we wouldn't have
analog
to use,
shit,
We would just cut the Adobe out
yeah,
because like the other ones we don't use enough to justify.
yeah, we would just
Well,
have
fuck, maybe.
It'd save some money per month, I guess.
Well, we would just have. Yeah, it'd be like $40 less. Fuck,
Yeah.
maybe we should do that shit.
Well, then if something goes wrong, you're kind of fucked. So
Yeah, that's true because those are probably not cheap.
I'd want to keep it anyway. But yeah, we don't have to do compression.
Yeah, it's
Anymore.
nice. It's nice. We got a lot more channels too, and like a lot more shit we can do with this. So thank you guys.
But yeah, there's that delay. And it goes on for a long ass time. The question from us to you is not have you played Crystal Chronicles, but if you have played Crystal Chronicles, we would like your reviews. And this is the first Crystal Chronicles. And if you have any questions for us about Crystal Chronicles, we'd like those questions. You go through ultimatefinalfantasy.com, click on the forums, join the forums if you haven't, and then we'll have 2 threads up ready for those things. So hopefully by next time we can get this done. It might be 2 weeks away from now. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of our next big thing, and we would like to hear your opinions and get your questions.
Sounds good, man.
All right, well, I think it's time we get the hell out of here.
All right. Until next time, guys. As always, enjoy the Final Fantasy grind.
Ultima Final Fantasy is a podcast created by Geekdom Entertainment and is executive produced by Joseph DeGollier, Caleb Schweiss, Caleb Gregg, and Cameron Wilson. Find out more at geekdomentertainment.com.